Hey everyone, this is a tutorial on how to set up your annual budget. A lot of us spend a lot of time focusing on how to make more money, but not much time on how to manage our money. Setting up your budget to plan where you want your money to go and how you want to spend it is going to help you achieve your financial goals a lot quicker and easier. This process doesn't have to be difficult, and I know not everyone likes working with numbers, but lucky for you, I do. So I've created an annual budget template, which is literally going to be a plug and play where you can enter in all of your numbers, and it's going to make that process a lot easier for you. So if you're looking to get your finances sorted and kick all your financial goals, then you're in the right place. So let's get started. So if you'd like a copy of the spreadsheet, I'll put a link in the description box below. I've designed this spreadsheet to be easy to use. All you need to do is fill in the light cells and make sure you don't edit anything in the dark cells. To give you an example, these are the dark cells here. They generally have formulas in them, so these are not to be edited. And these are the light cells here, which you can change any of the categories and fill in any of the numbers. Over here, you will see two lock symbols on your annual dashboard and your monthly dashboard. These sheets are protected, so these are only for viewing purposes only. They're not to be edited. But if you do accidentally press something, so I'm going to press delete, this notification will come up and it's going to tell you that this shouldn't be edited. What you want to do is press cancel to go back. If you press OK, it means you are going to change something on the sheet. So that could really mess up the formulas and the sheet might not work properly. So make sure you press cancel. Even on here with the dark gray cells, I've also protected these. So if you were to change or delete something, this sign will also pop up. Now let's get into how to actually set up your budget. So here we've got the budget setup tab. What you want to do is start with your starting cash flow. So this would just be how much money you have in the bank account at the start of the year. So I just entered in $1,000 for now. So here we've got the budget summary, which is a breakdown for each of the individual months. And you also have your totals and your free cash flow. Underneath, you have all of your categories for income, expenses, savings, investment, and debt. All these categories can be edited to suit your personal circumstances. I've just put these in as an example for now. If you have a full-time job, this process will be a lot easier. You just enter in the amount that comes through on your bank statements for each month. If you have a part-time job or your own business, this may be a little bit trickier because I like to use my after-tax income. So you'll just have to use your best guess to fill this out. After you fill in your income, I like to move to my debt categories next. If you have a mortgage or a credit card, for example, anything that has a high or the highest interest rate, I like to prioritize paying those off first. And then after that, I will move up to my expenses. So I like to fill in my fixed expenses first. So anything like rent, transport, if I have a car, so I'm going to pay for my rego or insurance. If you have any non-negotiables like health insurance, for example, I will put those in first. Then what I like to do is go back up and see how much money I have left to work with. So let's say you have 20 grand left. Then what I'll do is figure out how I want to split it between all of my other expenses, such as shopping and entertainment, savings, and investments. So here you can play around with the numbers and you just want to make sure that your total here is either 0 or above 0. Over here, as you can see, there are pink and green cells. If your free cash flow for the month is positive, which is good, this cell will show up as green. If, however, your free cash flow for the month is negative, for example, in the month of July, I have to pay for my rego in this month. I'm down $789. What I would actually do is adjust my savings and make this negative. You'll need to dig out your savings to pay for your expenses. Here you have all your monthly transaction tabs. These tabs are pretty easy to fill out. Here you'll select your category and all of these categories are going to be pulled from your budget setup tab. So if you want to change any categories, make sure you do it in this tab here because it's going to flow into these sheets. If you were to type something in, for example, part-time hustle, as you can see, it's not a category that was on the budget setup tab. It's going to come up as red and it's not going to flow into the rest of the data properly. So you've got an area to fill in your income, expenses, and we'll scroll down, have a look at, we've got savings and investments. After you filled out all your transactions for the month, we can move to the monthly dashboard. This is your monthly dashboard, and here you can toggle between all the different months. So if you select a different month, all of the transactions that you put in through these individual tabs, they're just going to flow right through. Here I've got a couple of different charts. Here we've got an overview of where your money has gone. We've got a budget versus actual chart, so you can see if you're staying on track. And here we have a breakdown of all your expenses. Just the fact that this is a visual chart, you're easily able to see that, okay, most of my money went to rent this month and transport. And also you can see if you're spending your money on high priority things, neutral or low priority things. And if you did want to dig deeper into the numbers, here I have summary tables for each of the different categories, so you can see your totals and you will also be able to see your variances as well. Lastly, we'll take a look at your annual dashboard. This is going to be your overview for the entire year. We've got a breakdown to see where exactly your income sources have come from. You've got a breakdown for each of the different months and the different categories, and just a breakdown of your expenses. Now, if you have a look at all the summaries over here, they all have a progress bar. So throughout the year, this will fill up for your income, savings, and investments. If you manage to go over your budget, this will actually turn yellow or gold. And on the other side, with your expenses, if you end up spending more than you budgeted for, then this bar over here is going to turn pink. You can review your annual budget throughout the months, and it's really important to review it at the end of the year. It's also going to be a good starting point for you to use your annual budget from last year to help you set up your budget for next year. I hope you guys found that helpful, and if you do end up getting a copy of my spreadsheet and you need help with anything or have questions, then feel free to leave me a comment or send me a DM or an email, and I will get back to you. All the best and good luck.